I need to cut them out! Oh, Margaret. We should have listened to you the second you told us about them. No, sooner. The moment you had the biopsy. Or was it before then? When you complained of the itch on the back of your hand, that was when we should have realized. We thought it was an effect of the Parkinson's. I need to cut them out! Julie said it wasn't a hallucination. She said because you were adamant that they were there all the time, it couldn't be. They were real to you. She wanted to keep you here as long as possible. She didn't want you to end up in care. She knew your family would cart you off the second they heard. The same way they brought you to our village one day and then had never been heard from again. I felt terrible for you that day you came to reception. She doesn't believe me, you said. No one believes me, my doctor says I am mad. Julie and I examined your hand. They're everywhere, you said. Coming out of the hole in my hand, little bugs. They're eating through my skin. I need to cut them out. We saw no hole. We saw no bugs. Julie spoke to your doctor, and we halved your medication. Then you called a day later to tell us they were all through your house. They're eating my hand, they're on my carpet, they're making nests in my veins. Julie and I brought a magnifying glass to check your carpet. We reassured you that there was nothing there. We looked at your hand again, and this time, there were scratches from where you had been clawing at it. Your hand was raw and blistered. We called your family, who did nothing. We called your doctor, who said you were just reacting badly to the biopsy. I need to cut them out! The night staff had to restrain you. You were in so much distress. You had gouged holes in your hand where the paper-thin skin had torn. That night, staff had called the medics who said to dress the wound and take you to the doctor in the morning. They said we would likely need to change your medication. It was me who found you. And your hand, lying a meter away from your body. It was so gray. I'll bet there wasn't even blood left in it. It had leaked into the carpet during the night. The police took the meat cleaver. There was a mountain of paperwork. Oh, Margaret. I was glad you didn't have to see the funeral. All your family members swarming like bees around a hive, buzzing in anger about the will. I went to lay a flower on your casket, and a bug fell out of it. I stood on it, though now that I think back, I don't recall seeing its body on the floor. All through the service, I couldn't help but think of you in your casket, your hand now reattached to your body. I shuddered to reimagine you under the ground, with the bugs eating away at you, no rest, even in death. And you, unable to fend them away, eternally, silently screaming as you are slowly being consumed. Julie tapped me on the arm and frowned. I realized I had been subconsciously scratching at it for about half an hour. After the service, I showed her the marks. She looked at me oddly and said I was reacting badly to your death. She just sent me home for the day. It's been getting worse for 3 hours now. The rash is bloodied and pulsating. It looks like something is moving under the skin. So itchy. Oh, Margaret, I see them now. They're creeping their way out of my flesh. I throw them onto the floor and they scurry back towards me, but when I stand on them, there's no bodies under my feet. They come one by one, out of the scars on my hand made worse by my constant scratching, but I need to scratch. I need to get rid of them. I need to cut them out!